From retro to next gen, we've got it all. I'm George, a Gen X grown-up, and this is Bit by Bit. Okay, here's a historical retro gaming bit, ladies and gentlemen. I've got 3 different articles all keyed up to the Mortal Kombat Legacy Kollection news that's been going crazy over the last week. First up here, MMORPG.com. They had a hands-on at EVO 2025. This was a big platform for the system, both for Atari and Digital Eclipse, and a lot of people got to play with the new system. They have also talked about the new physical editions that are available on all the platforms: PC, PS5, Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch, I'm assuming Xbox, but I don't see it in the little icons. Anyway, there's a lot to go over here. This is a good hands-on article to give you some details about it, so definitely check that out. We've got some pricing in here as well: $50 standard, $70 deluxe, $150 for the collector's edition. And you can get all the details there. There's also a nice little video here on the press conference that was at EVO 2025. Let's move over to fandomwire.com. Now, this is an interesting take on the news about Mortal Kombat. This one says 5 crucial features that fans are hoping to see in the Legacy Edition. First one, the complex mechanics from the first one. This kind of feels like it was written by AI to me, by the way. A ranking system. Of course, we all like the ranking systems and how that works in the Mortal Kombat. Crossplay. Now, that one's a good feature. That could be very interesting, especially with all the different systems available in the Legacy Collection. Training modes. Yeah, I imagine there should be some training modes. The way that Digital Eclipse does things, I can't see them not doing that. And then Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Now, this particular author says they want it for the Nintendo 64. It came out on other platforms, of course, first, but this person likes the Nintendo 64 version, so that's very cool. So, again, fandomwire.com will be the article there. And then the final one is on gamerrant.com. They confirmed another new game, and I think from basically it's that Mortal Kombat Trilogy that everybody was kind of hoping for. It's been confirmed at the EVO 2025 conference. The reason why I put this one in here, it's got the prices right here, as we can see, the 40, 70, and 150. But I think down here somewhere, oh yeah, here it is. The Switch 2 copies have an additional $10 markup compared to all the other console ports. So I guess Nintendo is really worried about all that. And it looks like the Switch 2 version will not be on a game key card, according to Atari. Now, I think that means that the game will actually be on the cartridge if you buy the Switch 2 game, which we've talked about that here on Bit by Bit in the past, that a lot of these Switch 2 games, you don't get the game on the card. It's literally just a key that goes up to the cloud and gets the game for you and downloads it to your system. So anyway, that's really nice to know. I've also seen that in some of the articles I've been reading, December 12th looks to be the ship date for the physical edition. So a lot of information out there. I'm just going to go ahead and put all 3 links to these articles down in the description below so you can take your time and go read them for yourself. But yeah, Mortal Kombat is making a lot of big news this year. Okay, guys, here's a bit of sad news from GamesRadar.com. It looks like the 4th sequel in the BioShock series has been shelved, and there's a big shakeup over at 2K over it. Apparently, they were not happy. Read this article. It's maybe a 2 or 3 minute read. I'll have the link down in the description below. But essentially, they just didn't like the narrative that was presented to them, at least the upper management people at 2K. And it seems like they just fired everybody. Gilmore has been ousted. De La Plante moved into a publishing role. Everybody else has just moved around. They didn't go into a lot of detail on what the plans are for the future of it, just that it's still in the works. We haven't gotten a new one since BioShock Infinite, as you guys know, 2013. Everything else since then has just been remasters. There was apparently going to be a remake done as well, but that's also been shelved. So BioShock fans can't be happy with this news. I know I'm not, because I am a huge BioShock fan, and to hear that the people that were working on this 4th iteration just didn't have a good story, boy, that's really what makes BioShock BioShock more than anything. So I hope they really get something going at 2K on this game soon, because we've been waiting since this announcement since 2019. Announced in 2019. You can see it right there. So it's already been 6 years, ladies and gentlemen. How much longer are we going to have to wait? All right, here's a very interesting part of retro gaming history found on eventhubs.com. Somebody has uncovered the original character ability rankings that were done by the developers of Street Fighter 2. So, first off, one of my favorite parts of this little blog post is the original artwork that they uncovered from the game developers themselves. And there's a cool little image here that gives you the larger version. Let me see if I can switch over to it. There you go. So you get to see all 8 players and their little bubble rankings, which is really cool. Now, I can't read Japanese over here to the side. So the nice other part of this article is that they put it into English for us for each one of the characters. Each of the fighters had 4 main abilities, so attack, defense, stamina, and speed. We've got Ryu, Ken, Honda, Chun-Li, Blanca, Zangief, Guile, and Dhalsim. They also have a couple of little notes on here that they derived from the documents that they found, and I just find this really fascinating. It's a quick little read, maybe 2-3 minutes, but if you're a Street Fighter 2 fan like we are here at Gen X Grown Up, this is a great little piece of gaming history to take a look at and enjoy. All right, here's a bit of gaming business news from PocketGamer.biz, of all places. Atari is shelling out a little over $5 million to acquire the Thunderful Group. Now, they're not acquiring the entire company 100%. They're getting 82% of the outstanding shares and votes in the group. And this article details a little bit more about the deal itself and how it got approved by the Swiss Business Board, rather. Anyway, I don't know much about the Thunderful group. I know they're out of Switzerland, and they have apparently some pretty good IPOs out here. CEO Wade Rosen says, Thunderful is recognized for publishing and developing critically acclaimed games, and with the announced transformation plan, as well as the quality and commitment of Thunderful's teams, we are confident that Thunderful will be returning to a profitable growth path while helping to further develop Atari's operations in Europe. Now, I know in 2023, I did a little bit of research. They had a net loss. Yeah, here it is in the article even. They lost $60 million and then sold their distribution business in 2024 to try and keep the company going. So they've had a rough go of it, but hopefully with Atari's partnership and stewardship, maybe this company can make a nice comeback and benefit all parties concerned. I'm certainly happy every time Atari gets a hold of a new asset, because they always seem to do fun things with all these different IPs that they've acquired over the last several years. That's going to do it for the news making headlines in the gaming world right now. I am George, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll keep on bringing you the news bit by bit.